Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Rick Ucci here with Airgunweb, your home for old school airgun reviews, and we'll be bringing the facts, not fluff. We are back in the studio today, and we're going to be working on this Avenger. This should be a lot of fun. So before we get started, I want to say thank you to our Patreon members and also our Officers Club members over at airgunarmy.com. Yeah, if you guys want to join them and get some exclusive content, get some early access and ads-free content, definitely check it out. Links will be in the video description. So what's today's video about? Well, first of all, this video is brought to you by Airgunweb. I guess that's me. And let's a little story behind this. This was one of the very first Avengers that I ever received. So it's been sitting for a while. I went to go pick it up the other day just to see what its status was, and she's bone dry. So last time, if I remember correctly, she had a bit of a leak. So what we're going to do today is we're going to find out where it's leaking and replace whatever parts are needed. Why are we going to go through this since it's an older model? Well, because I have a good buddy of mine that's in desperate need of an air gun, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of get this ready for him. So it's not perfect. It's not in perfect shape. We've got some busted little niblets here that were for like the 11mm rail. I don't know when that happened, but the weaver rail is still going to work just fine, so that's not a problem. I've got a couple mags for him. It's got single shot tray. So, you know, this will definitely get him going. He'll have something that's decent to shoot, and yeah, at least get him back into the airgun game. So the first thing we need to do here is really, let's see if we can just easily see where it's leaking. So I've got a bottle here, and I can also pull up my Weber compressor, which we will do that when we need to pressurize this all the way to 300 bar. Oh, also, it's nighttime, so if it's the lighting isn't perfect, I hope you guys will forgive me. It's just something I'm doing here for fun here, guys. Okay, we'll go ahead and open the cocking handle. The reason you do that because with the hammer shut and an empty gun, the hammer spring could be pushing that valve open. So unless you have a ton of volume and can flash fill it, you may not even be able to get enough volume out of a flow restricted bottle or a little compressor to even fill the gun. So you cock it, and then it takes the tension off that valve, and it may make it a lot easier to fill. Now there are some guns that still, even without that pressure on the valve, to seat that valve and make sure that it's sealed, and then it does what you need it to do. Sort of like popping a bead on a tire. If you ever watch them change a tire on your car, you got to have enough volume with pressure to pop that tire onto the bead. And some airguns need that. And this bottle happens to be one I've had for a long time. It is flow restricted, so I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We're going to find out if it works here. Flow restricted bottles are great because they fill slowly, lets you be more specific on your exact fill pressure, and it doesn't you less likely to overfill your gun, etc. But if you need to flash fill, you really want a bottle that's not flow restricted. But this is what I got with me, and I think this will be just fine. Let's put some air in it, and let's see where we're at. And I bet you we'll find out if it's an easy to fix leak or if we're gonna have to take this all the way down to like the bare bones. Hopefully it's going to be something simple. Really quickly before we do that, this rebuild kit, this is something you can get at Pyramydair. This is awesome, okay? So it comes with the O-rings. It comes with what looks like a new hammer spring, a new valve stem, and a regulator. So if you need to fully rebuild your gun, like fully rebuild it, you got all the parts. I forgot what these cost. They're not terribly expensive, but you have everything you need to rebuild your gun, and that is stinking awesome. I have a 25 I need to rebuild, which is this one, and I've got a 22 I need to rebuild at some point. So we will get around to maybe doing a full teardown and full rebuild at some point. But right now, I just want to get this up and going from my buddy. So we're going to go ahead and shut our bottle. We'll put some air in her. Okay, what we got? We're filling. We're going to put like just like 2,000 psi in here, and see where that sets us up. Well, I guess we're going to 3,000. Okay, we're at 3. Okay. Now, I don't hear anything right away, which tells me that it's a slow leak. And I do love it when guns fool me. And they were leaking last time I knew, and then they aren't leaking. We're going to take this apart anyway and just double check it. Let's see what we got going on here. I remember hearing a leak, and it was in the plenum last time I remember. So let's just see. We are sitting, by the way, we're just under 3,000 psi. So as we're going through the teardown, if we see a decrease in pressure, we'll know we got a leak. The other way you can check for a leak is soapy water. That's the other kind of more foolproof than using my ear. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and start taking the parts off. This is I find to be a little bit of a complicated stock. I mean, once you've done it a few times, it's okay. But you got to remember to pry this part free, or yeah, you can break the stock. I do believe he wants to put it in a wood stock, so it's actually not going to be a big deal for him if the stock isn't perfect, because he's going to upgrade that to a wood stock. Okay, let's see if I remember this. Break these apart. There it is. There it is. Yeah, that is, boy, once you know that little trick, sure makes life a lot easier. Okay, don't forget that little ring there. Oh, she's dirty. Just trying to hear see if I hear anything. Let's go ahead and get this free. Okay. Let's see if I can make sure I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. Let's put these parts back here. I forgot to turn my computer on. Oh well. It's okay. Yes, this is definitely one that was leaking in the plenum, because I've replaced this one. You see it's kind of chewed up a little bit there. I've replaced this a couple times already. Yeah. Okay, we are sitting. It hasn't lost any air yet, so let's just clean it up. Let's do a little cleanup here. Okay. Okay, now I remember last time what was leaking was the plenum. So I think I'm going to go ahead and degas this. We'll pull the plenum and we'll rebuild the plenum, because that was where we had the problems. Be just easier to do that than think it's not leaking and then it's a real slow leak. I don't hear it. It's all right. We're going to go ahead and pull the plenum and just rebuild that, because that's where it was leaking last time I had the gun out. So let's go ahead and degas it. Do that right here. Excellent. Okay, that's done. Let's see if we can, yeah, see that just pulls right out. Yeah. Okay. We're going to take this out too. So let me get a wrench. Oh, this is so, I've had this apart before. So this is actually really easy. The finger tight here. We're going to replace these O-rings, although those feel pretty good. Let's see, can I just get this out? No, okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. Let's take the tube out. Let's check this too. Since we have it degassed and it's on the table, let's just go through it. Okay. Oh, that, yeah, okay. So that is a problem. That O-ring there is hard. Like, these are soft, but this guy here is in really bad shape. So we could have been leaking from here. I am so thankful to have this studio where I can do my computer stuff, where I can do my airgun stuff. It's really, really nice. Incredibly blessed. Okay. Okay, we're going to take a look at these critical. Yeah, that one's shot too. All right, that is terrible. These are just about to crack and break. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad I did it. All right, so we're going to work on these one little bit at a time. Where can I put this? I'm going to set this right here. We're going to set that right there. Okay, so we have an O-ring right here, and it is just chewed up. A little screwdriver, maybe? I don't have my little O-ring pick. Let's use a little pocket knife or something. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got on the multi-tool that'll work? Will that do it? This will be fine. Okay, so the first one we'll take off is this guy. Okay, so this is very hard. So it's lost its, I don't know, O-ringness. They get brittle. And this one is just deformed and squished to pieces. So I'll save it. I'll save some pictures of that, but you'll probably see it here on the camera. That is just, it's not what you want. Okay, so there's that guy. And we have a similar problem with this guy. And we'll just match up the O-rings. Yeah, this is completely hard now. If this comes off without breaking, I'll be pleased. We'll get some pictures. Yeah, this is really rough shape here. See, I had replaced these O-rings, the ones that go in there, but I didn't have the ones for these parts, so this is perfect. Come on. Here it is. It is just hard as a rock. Okay. That's what we're pulling out. This has not been leaking, so I'm not going to crack this open, but you have the same sort of O-rings inside here if you need to. This has been fine. This is what's been the problem. All right, so let's see what we got to match up some O-rings here. Well, there's one, that one. And is this one? That one? Yeah, okay. So it looks like the small one here is for here. My freezer finally shut off, finally. Okay, there's that one. That's going to go back into there. And these are supposed to be round. Maybe I could take a picture. This is just hard and not round anymore. And this is soft and pliable. And this is just hard like it's going to break. So that's not long for this world. And this is the same way. This is just hard and completely deformed. That goes on this one. Although that is too big. That is not the right one. Okay. Maybe it needs the little one. Maybe it had the wrong one on it. That definitely feels better. Okay. These are fine. These are still round and soft. So these are okay. Let's go and put this back together. We'll come on. It looks like you get one set of O-rings. It would be nice to have some spares. You know. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going to just make sure it's snug. That's good. Okay. Now we'll set these here. Okay. Let's see. We're going to put our fill cylinder on first. That feels like it. I don't know. That may not be right. It may have the wrong O-ring on that. We'll find out here in a minute. We're going to find out. Okay. Well, if she blows air right out, and we know we've got the wrong O-rings, we'll have to go. But this certainly looked like the right ones. Let's see what happens. And that big one looked like it was too big. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. It's filling. Oh, you got to remember to shut your bleeder valve, or you'll just be blowing air at yourself, wasting air. Yeah, those are sealing up just fine. Yeah. We're going to stop at 3,000. Okay. Just as a note, this bottle, after topping this gun well to 3,000 twice, I only have like 3,400 psi left. So if we're gonna take this all the way to 300 bar, we'll have to get the compressor out, which I'll do just to make sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this back together. I think that was it. Because as I'm looking to these guys, they are just shot, completely deformed, and this guy is just chewed to pieces. So, but I think that had the wrong one on it. I think that was one of these big ones that was just squished incorrectly. So we're all set there. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty easy peasy, right? I mean, this gun is really easy to work on that way. I'm guessing the reg is right in here if you need to replace the reg. This is what's you're gonna pull this out. You have to pop this pin, screw that out, screw this in. You've got a brand new reg. So very cool. And hammer spring again. You have that for back here. We're not going to take the rest of this apart, but if you need to, it's pretty simple to work on this gun. If you are like interested in working on your air gun like this, let's see, how can I put this? Yeah, don't be afraid to. Get in there, you know, as you notice, I sort of put things out in an index place where I kind of know where they're going to go back and so forth. You can even maybe draw out a picture of your air gun and put the screws where you pull them out of. And then when you're taking it apart, you can sort of know where it came from and you put it back together, you sort of know where everything goes. It's really helpful if you just index things that way. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put this back on. And this seemed to be right about there. We're not going to tighten this down because we're going to need, let's see, we took this off. I don't know if we needed to. Let's see here. We'll put our stock back on here. All right. Yeah, we're not going to, well, we're going to need that to be a little bit movable till we can get the stock set up, and then we'll be okay. Let's see here. We're going to need that little piece and our two halves. Okay. 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 And this little guy fits in here like this. There it is. There it is. It's a little, I don't know, a little cover of some sort, a dust cover or something. Put that in there like that. All right. The otra half. Put this like here. We'll get this lined up. Try to match that up. And there we go. Look at that. Sweet. Now we'll put our screws back in. Then we're going to grab the compressor and fully fill it. We're going to take this straight to 300 bar to make sure that we don't have any leaks at high pressure. I have a rifle now that I need to rebuild that if you fill it to like 3,000 PSI, it doesn't leak. But the minute you go to like 4,300, it leaks back down to 3,000 PSI. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we fill this all the way up to make sure that it's going to hold air the way we need it to. Okay. All right. All right, so that's not a full tutorial, obviously. That was like just the basics, you know, the plenum and the air cylinder. But if you wanted to get more detailed, just let me know. Maybe we can do a full, complete rebuild. I have another kit for a 25. I have two kits for 22s. I have to go find my other 22. All right, let's get the compressor out. We're going to fill this all the way up. Okay. All righty. Go. Come on now. Behave yourself. Let's see if I can put this up front here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to set my pressure to 300 bar. Should be right there. All right, so that's set to 300 bar. Okay. That's going to be open. Right. Oh, you know what I got in? Oh, where did I put them? Oh, this is awesome. Okay. I was needing an extension. Hold on just a minute. And they just came in today. Okay, this is I don't think it's microboard. No, it's full size. But this is an extension that I got in from Tuxing. So this is perfect. It's a heavy duty 3-foot extension. They gave me some extra O-rings, which is very nice. Thank you. Oh, this is beefy. This is like, yeah, that's not 3 foot. It's 2 foot, I bet you. So, or maybe it ain't 3 foot. All right, but there's O-rings inside this fitting, or yeah, inside this fitting. They gave me some spares, which is cool. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. And I wanted this because how many guns have we been seeing hit the market now, like the FXs and even the Hotsons and stuff, that they have the plug recessed in, so you have to use a special. It's annoying. Anyway, that will be that. And let's go ahead and fire this up. fan first. We'll open. So we'll do the speed ramp music, da 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 da, and this will be done. And then we'll come back and wrap this up. Okay. Move this out of the way. Okay. We are at 300 bar. I don't hear any leaks. Obviously, before I ship this out, if I was doing customer work, which I really don't do anymore, but let's say I was, I would let it sit for 24 hours, see if there's any loss of pressure. But yeah, you got to check your work, right? I think we're good to go, given what I found in the O-rings and where I was leaking last time. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good shape. But before I send this out to my buddy, we're going to throw a scope on it. And he asked, do I have a scope? I probably have one. We're going to get him all the way set up. We're going to get it dialed in, tuned up, tuned in. I think this is still where I'd said it last time. So we'll probably adjust the hammer spring a little bit, leave it at 2100 PSI on the reg. And yeah, he'll be in good shape to do a little squirrel hunting or raccoon hunting or whatever he wants to go do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a short little tutorial on checking some O-rings, at least in the plenum and also the fill tube. But if we wanted to go deeper, we have all these other options. We have the O-rings for the fill probe in here. We have, yeah, every O-ring you need, you have in here. It does look like you have one of each of what you may need. Be nice if they gave you a couple, right? But hey, at least you can get parts, and the most critical thing you're going to deal with on these guns from a parts perspective, the daggum O-rings, and the fact that you get a regulator with the kit. I mean, come on, that's pretty cool. So that's going to be it for now, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, you want to see more of it, you just got to let me know, and I'll do what I can to work it in. I love doing this kind of stuff, and it's great studio work. It's dark outside unless I'm out hunting or something. I would rather be in here and doing this kind of work and hanging out with you guys. So that's going to be it. Remember, if you want to support what we're doing outside of normal sponsorships like this video here, this is out of my pocket, really. It goes to my editor, which happens to be my sister, and she publishes stuff, but she's an employee, so she's got to have hours involved. So even though I'm doing the video just kind of for fun, it will cost a good bit of money to get it edited and published. And that kind of stuff, you know, if you join the Patreon channel or join the Officers Club, it helps offset some of those costs. We really do appreciate it. So that's going to be it for now. If you have any questions, reach out to, or put them in the comments, reach out on my webpage, www.airgunweb.com. And if you're looking for parts or you're looking for an Avenger or something like that, check out pyramydair. They got everything you need. So that's going to be it, guys. My name's Rick Utsi here with Airgunweb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.